Good morning, students. Students, today we shall start our third chapter, Two Stories About Flying. As the title indicates, two stories about flying. It means in this chapter we have two stories. Further it is mentioned. First one, his first flight by Liam of Flaherty, and the second one is Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth. In first flight, it's all about a seagull, a young bird, who is trying to fly first time. He was trying to muster up his courage to fly for the first time. But he was afraid a lot. He was terrified and felt as if his heart would stop beating whenever he tried to fly. And the second one is the Black Aeroplane. It is all about a professional pilot who lost his way in the dark clouds. Okay, now first we shall continue with his first flight. So before you read, since the earliest times, humans have dreamed of conquering the skies. Here are two stories about flying. A young seagull is afraid to fly. How does he conquer his fear? A pilot is lost in storm clouds. Does he arrive safe? Who helps him? So these are the questions we shall find out. So first, let's start with his first flight. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. The meaning of ledge is given. Ledge means a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff, or you can say a horizontal flat space on a rock. So the young seagull was alone on his ledge. He was on the edge of a rock, you can say. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. Means his brothers and sister, they learnt how to fly, but still he couldn't. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge. Brink means the outer edge of that ledge, and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. Now first you see the location of that ledge. This is the horizontal space of a rock, and it is at the edge of a sea or ocean, you can say. So once he tried, he came up to the brink of the ledge and he flapped his wings, but he afraid and he could not fly. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath. That's why he afraid. When he saw the great expanse of the sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. So when he looked downwards, he afraid because there was a lot of water and it was miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never spot him. And at this moment he felt that his wings would never spot him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. So he went back to his hole. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away. Though his brothers and his little sister, their wings were smaller than him, so they ran up to the brink, they flapped their wings and they flew away. But he could not. He failed to muster up courage to take that plunge, which appeared to him so desperate, he failed to muster up. Muster up means he failed to gather. He failed to get that courage, and that's why he could not flew away. And he was desperate now. His father and mother had come around. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly. Shrilly means high-pitched sound. High-pitched sound. Upbraiding him. Upbraiding means now they are scolding him. They are shouting on him. Threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. Now parents, father and mother, they are saying that you will starve, you will die because of the starve, because of the hunger on this ledge, unless you will not fly away. But for the life of him, he could not move, because he was afraid a lot, so he could not move. Even the parents, they threatened to let him starve on his ledge. They said, okay, if you do not want to come, be here and die because of hunger, okay? And if you will not fly, you will die here only because of hunger. But he was lacking in courage and could not move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. That was 24 hours ago. And since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves. Skim means to move lightly just above a surface of water or sea, you can say. They were teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. Now the parents of the seagull, they were teaching his brothers and his sister the art. Which art? How to skim on the waves and how to dive for fish. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it. He had in fact seen his elder brother catch his first herring. Herring means a soft-finned she fish, and devour it. Devour means to eat up, and he ate that fish. Standing on a rock, while his parents circled. Standing on a rock, while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. Cackle means they were making noise. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau. Plateau means flat surface. Midway down the opposite cliff. Cliff means hill, or you can say rock, taunting him with his cowardice. Means on the opposite side, the parents, his brothers, his little sister, they were there, and they were taunting him that you are coward, you cannot fly. Okay, they were commenting on that seagull. The sun was now ascending the sky. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. He was hungry, now he was feeling heat because the sun was blazing on. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wings, he closed one eye, then the other. Now he came to the brink again, standing there, and he closed his one eye and then the other. Look at the pictures. Here is the seagull only on the ledge, rest of them they are flying. and pretended to be falling asleep. And now the seagull, he pretending to whom? Pretending to his family members. Pretending means to show off. He pretended to be falling asleep. Still they took no notice of him. All the family members around him, they are flying, going to the another ledge, but they were paying no heed towards him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their neck. Then he also saw that his two brothers, his sister lying on the plateau, dozing off with their heads sunk into their necks. Means now they are also taking rest. His father was preening. Preening means to make an effort to maintain feathers. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. Means neither his father nor his brothers and sister. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau. Hump means small raised area of a land or of a hill. Small raised area of a land or of a hill, that is called hump. Her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side. Scrap means to throw away, and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to whet it. Whet means to sharpen it. Now it was almost the afternoon time. He was feeling hungry. Okay. Nobody was paying any attention towards him, only his mother. Now he was mad with hunger and wanted to tear that food away from her, because his mother, okay, she was eating a fish that lay at her feet, and that sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to whet it. But mother is on the other side. Right. So students, till here you will write down the value points. Okay. You will note down the word meaning of the chapter. Right. And you will make 5 short questions on it. Okay. Rest we shall discuss tomorrow in next video. Thank you.